Previously on the Association Boston Celtics. After a heartbreaking loss in the 7th game of the NBA Finals, the team wasn't sure its head coach would return.
Bottom line, if I thought that me coaching would affect my family in the wrong way, I was out.
Boston's emotional leader came back more driven than ever. But it wasn't long before injuries became a serious concern.
Delonte goes down hard, and he's not getting up.
A new addition had to prove he had something left in the tank.
Been doing this 20 years. Still here, baby. Let's go.
And a Boston legend reminded everyone what being a Celtic was all about.
That's how you're going to be defined in a Celtic uniform, by how many championships you win.
Coming.
Myself. Nice.
The city of Boston is bookended by two distinct working-class neighborhoods. The North End is the city's oldest. Southie is where George Washington drove the British out of Boston during the Revolutionary War. Although the neighborhoods are different, one thing they share is resilience. The same could be said of the Celtics. In early December, they were fighting to stay on top of the East, despite a growing list of injuries. Kendrick Perkins had yet to play a game. Delonte West was nursing a broken wrist. And all-star point guard Rajon Rondo was struggling with a strained hamstring.
You need a blow? Huh? You need Nate right here? Rondo, you need Nate right here?
We're dealing with a lot of injuries. We have been all year, but no one's going to feel sorry for us. Everyone wants to beat you, and when they beat you, they're going to celebrate like you were healthy.
The aging Big Three had carried the Celts to a 7-game win streak. When the season began, there were doubts about whether they could survive the grind. But to this point, they appeared rejuvenated.
It's all about health. Do we need to be proven? Does it need to be proven they can play? They can play. It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to play?
At some point, somebody's going to say, well, you guys are too old and it's time for you guys to go. But, you know, we all have too much competitive nature and fierceness to even show any signs of weakness.
But this group out here, too, still going to whoop some ass.
Let's go. Step
Still going to whoop some ass.
For veterans, competitive spirit often shows up when it's needed most. And that's exactly what happened in a practice when only 8 players were available. Team captain Paul Pierce chose to send a message.
Make it work, Green. Let's go. Come on now.
We had 8 players in practice. I think a lot of teams look at that as a way out. You know, we don't have to practice as hard, or this is an excuse for losing.
I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't going. Come on, put an extra 30 minutes on practice. Because ain't no stop.
Good. Don't help me swear on it.
It doesn't matter. We're trying to win, regardless of who we have out there.
He don't want it. He don't want it. He don't want it.
Yeah.
Paul's been vocal. I don't know if he's been more vocal. I think he's been more focused.
Too little, Ray. Too little, Ray. That's all gas. That's all gas, Ray. That's all gas. That's all gas. 2 foul and 1. And 1.
You know, listen. We got a group of guys that lost in the Game 7. And they understand that it's going to be hard to get back to that. We're dealing with a ton of injuries, and so we're going to need all hands on deck.
We need to get Luke. We need to get you some TV time, bro. You gotta tell who you are, man.
What's up? I'm Luke Herringoni from Cherville, Indiana, representing with Big Baby right now.
Last season, Herringoni was a star at Notre Dame. But his adjustment to the Celtics hasn't been easy.
A year ago, you're in college, and now you're on the court with players like, Kevin, Paul, Ray, Shaq, and Rondo. You're sort of in a moment like, first day of high school, you're kind of taking in awe of everything. You're the new fish, and, you got all these guys that have been around the block a couple times, You're thinking to yourself, how do I approach this situation? How are they going to take me in? How do I become part of this team?
I'm going to draw up one, and Luke, as crazy as it sounds, it's going to be a lob for you. I don't know if you can dunk, but you can lay it in.
There's days where I go home from practice and you just think about what you did and the mistakes you did, and you just get frustrated because in college, it's something that used to be so easy isn't so easy anymore.
Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. Watch out, Luke.
Here we go.
But then there's also those days where you have the small victories and say, I'm learning.
You getting it. You getting it. You getting it.
I'm getting through this, and things are going to get better.